Harvey. He's going to be interviewing the big man, John Morales.
Hi. Yeah, hopefully with a bit of luck, I should be talking to John Morales later on regarding his musical influences, how he started, and try and get into his head to say how it all started.
Awesome. What do you think of the vibe today?
I've been there since 3:30.
Oh, that's dedication.
Well, I missed the football as well for it, so you know. So hopefully I won't be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Nice one, Chris. Looking forward to the interview.
So am I.
Thanks. Right, this is Ket from Mucho Soul.
Hiya, how you doing?
All right, I see you got the John Morales Volume 4 remixes there.
The mixes on here are incredible. I've just played the Barry White on the radio show, and it's like had to be purchased, had to be done. Big support for these guys.
Yeah. And give us the name of your radio station.
We're both on Liquid London, so do tune in.
Hello, I'm DJ Tunesmith, and I have a show on Liquid, and it's called Fresh Communion, and it's every Friday between 3 and 5 p.m. Don't miss it. Hello, it's Alessandra here, my darling. How are you?
Now I'm your darling.
Yeah. So look at the vibe in this place. I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it? You a big fan of John Morales?
Hold on, I haven't stopped dancing, so I need to take a look.
Yeah.
There is a vibe, yes.
There's a vibe here, yeah?
Vibe in here.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's an absolute legend, isn't he?
Come again? Legend?
Yeah, he's a legend, isn't he?
He will be a legend after tonight. I mean, look at all that. The people and the vibe, yes, he's a legend now.
Now, who we got here? We got Ian, DJ Soul Provider, bad boy DJ and promoter.
Thank you very much. How you doing, Joan?
I'm all right. Now, you've got a monthly party, haven't you? Full to the floor.
That's right. We do it every month at the book club, every third Sunday of the month, called Sunday Sessions.
And what kind of DJs you got lined up for 2018?
Oh,
because you've had some pretty heavyweight DJs behind the deck.
Well, the night revolves around the guest DJ, and we have a different guest DJ every month. So that way, it keeps it fresh, it keeps it special, it keeps it moving. We're thinking about actually calling back some of the DJs that we've already played that we'd like to have again. It's been 2.5 years almost now since we've started it, and we're just thinking of trying to put on some new guests as well as call back some of the original ones.
And are you doing anything big over New Year's Eve? I believe you're doing a joint party with BBE.
Yep, we're here at the BBE store, Institute of Light, New Year's Eve, and also at the book club again on New Year's Day.
Oh my God.
No sleep.
Till Brooklyn. Wicked. Honestly, guys, if you're ever in London, check out Fall to the Floor. It is Right, hi, I'm here with Petar, who's the promoter of the Southern Soul Festival in Montenegro. So what are you doing in London, Petar?
I'm meeting the Southern Soul family and enjoying the parties.
Oh,
yeah.
So what did you think of the vibe here today?
Incredible. John Morales, legend, and the crowd, amazing. Just amazing.
This is how we do it in London.
Yeah, real style, real style.
Hello, yes, very well, very well.
You've just recently had your compilation release, haven't you, on BBE?
That's right, yeah, just before John got his in, I managed to get mine in, yeah, called Reach Up Disco Wonderland, yeah.
And how is John Morales for you? Is he sort of like one of the key people in your musical career?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a legend. He's been around for such a long time. You know, if you look at all those old records I used to buy, you know, when I was like a 14, 15-year-old, you know, his name will be on a lot of them. And it's amazing to meet him and you know, hang out with him and know him now. And the fact he's still doing it is just incredible. And still, you know, doing these new mixes that have never been out before, which are amazing. So, yeah, it's great that he's part of the scene and keeping it going, really. Brilliant.
And look at the vibe here. People are down, they're boogieing, they're dancing. I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it, today?
It's great, isn't it? Yeah, I got to go and do a gig. I don't really want to go. I'd rather stay here, but I got to go in a minute.
Yeah, needs must. Nice one. Thanks a lot for that, Andy.
Thanks, Joe. Cheers.
Right, now we're going to hand you to Christopher Harvey, who's going to be interviewing John Morales.
This is Chris Harvey, and this is John Morales. John,
What's up, my brother?
you've just done a 5-hour set. When was the last time you done a 5-hour set?
Almost last night.
When was this?
At the Bussy.
How was it for you?
You know, I love the Bussy building. So, you know, the great thing about it, it's a young crowd. They enjoy the music. They could care less who the DJ was. You know, if you're proper, you know, they'll have a good time.
Well, you've always been proper. For how many years have you been DJing now?
Too many to think about. You know, but I mean, you have to go in every night prepared, you know, to do the business. You know, you can't just say I've been doing it for 20 years because every night it's different. There's some different people, there are different mindsets, different. So you can go in with an approach, but you have to be prepared to make a left and a right and maybe play things that you might not normally play just to get the crowd in a little bit. You know, the Bussy building will keep you in check because there's 2 or 3 things going on. So for me, I'm always competing with what's going on the second floor, what might be in the back room, because once you lose people to another floor, you're pretty much done.
So your like track list or whatever, how do you put it together? Is it like the promoter comes up and says, I want you to do a gig for me, you put your music on your USB, blah blah blah, or how do you do it?
I mean, I have most of the tunes since my forte is usually 80s disco and some soulful and deep house. So except for the newer stuff that you got to keep on tune with, the old stuff don't change.
Right.
You know, so if you have the stuff that you normally play, I mean, when people book me, they book me for the sound that I play.
Right.
You know, so the only thing that changes is just from country to country, people hear things differently.
Right. So how did you actually get into the remixing? What made you go into the remixing part of it?
Songs were too short. Eddie Kendrick's Day with the Rain. That was the one that did it for me. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. I think it was 1976. And I was like, I love this record, but it just ends. So I got a cassette deck and I played around with it. I don't even know how I came up with it, but I did some real bad edit. But it was 5 minutes long and it was fine.
So you actually taught yourself?
Yeah.
So when a DJ said, I want, come up and say, what's that? What came out of your mouth? Did you say that was one of mine, or you didn't say anything? Or?
Nah, I said I did an edit on my cassette. I made it longer on my cassette. We didn't really know what to call it back then, you know? I mean, there were people that were already kind of doing it, extended mixes, but I'm trying to think of the word. My development was doing edits on a cassette, then a reel-to-reel, and then in 1979, Greg Carmichael, Patrick Adams asked me to mix Inner Life Caught Up in a One Night Love Affair. From there, I just fell in love with the studio environment and made it a point to learn everything about everything.
So saying that, this particular album that you're promoting today, how long did it take you to get it all together?
Eminem 4 started at least 5 years ago. It actually started before Eminem 3 because of the difficulty in getting licensing for certain tracks and stuff. I'll give you an example, like this, Jackie Moore's This Time Baby. I think I did that in like 2008 or 2009. Same thing with the Jones Girls Life Goes On. Some of the Sony stuff that I couldn't get on the other one. So I just build up this catalog of things, and when I started on Eminem 4, my mindset was I want to do 4 CDs.
Right.
That was 5 years ago. Environment was a little bit different, and I just kept building it up, and it just finally got to the point where everything was, as English could say, was done and dusted. You know.
So on this particular album you've done, what was the one that you had most problems with? What was the track?
In terms of clearing it, or
Clearing it, yeah.
The 2 difficult tracks were Atlantic Star Circles.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact that the band had rights of refusal.
Right.
So you had to do the mix, submit it to the label, submit it to their licensing department, and then they had to track down
who wrote what and who did what?
Wayne Lewis from Atlantic Star. You know, mind you, this was back in 1983, I think it was.
Right.
You know, so because they called me and said we need artist permission, I'm like it's 30 years ago, you know, and you know, found Wayne in Mount Vernon after years of searching and managers and stuff. I found him on Facebook.
All right.
You know, tracked him down, and finally, you know, it helped me and Dave Lee, because we both did a mix on Circles. It helped both of us clear it, and the other one was Donna Summer, Heaven Knows, because her husband Bruce Sedano, had decided they weren't going to do any more remixes. They had done a remix project a few years ago that, in my opinion, was disastrous.
Right.
So he just said, that's it, no more remixes.
Okay.
I chased him for about 2 years. Email, and I had done work for them.
Okay. So once you got that license, then what happens then?
Then BB has to negotiate the licensing terms.
Right, okay. And how long does that take?
I mean, it could be quick, it could be long, it depends. Lee Bright takes care of all of that. You know, but the kicker is that you only have a license for 3 years.
Right.
So I spent at least 5 years putting it together. We get a license for 3 years, and then the company ends up getting all the mixes for free.
Right, okay.
So they could do, like 5 years from now, Sony or Universal could put out their own compilation, and we just out in the cold.
So the tracks you've got on here now, if you didn't get those particular tracks, do you have others like kind of like to fill in?
Excuse me. Break. I had some other things, but it was just a long process. You know, I mean, some things they had weren't the right version, some things they didn't have. You know, so you know, it's not a matter of just saying you want to do something. You know, they have to allow you to do it. It's a lot more complicated than people think. You know, everybody says, I want to mix a track.
Yeah, so why do you do it? What drives you?
I love the music. You know, I love the music, and I love being creative, you know. You know, and sometimes it's a matter of that I took like 10 years off from 93 to like 2003. So sometimes I felt I needed to make up for it.
What, your own personal life or?
Yeah, just, you know, you get to a point sometimes where you realize you still have a lot to say. And I'm getting older. And I want to say it. You know, I want to say it through my mixes and through my DJing, you know. So.
Well, I started in 74. When did you start?
I started probably in 72, 73.
Right. And
maybe earlier, I don't even know.
Because I've read that you started off in the little Brooklyn clubs and all the rest of it.
Right.
How did you manage to get into the clubs in Brooklyn?
It It was in the Bronx.
Sorry, I do apologise.
I just walked in and said, "Can I play records?" I had never got paid for any. The only club that I got paid a little bit was this club called the Stardust Ballroom in the Bronx, and I played in there with Jelly Bean.
Okay.
We both started in the same club in the Bronx.
And how was that for you? Actually going, like you said, you walked into the club. What night was it? Was there many punters there? Is that how you grew your...
I think I was in the middle of the week. It wasn't really busy, but for me, everything is a journey and an education.
Right.
I mean, I've been in the music business for 40 plus years, and I'm still learning every day.
Yeah.
Every day I go hear something or see somebody play or, study something. If you're not learning, you're lost.
So, I'm like you. I started with vinyl. Then he went to CDs.
Right.
Now, sticks and all the rest of it. What's your preference, or you don't really care? Apart from traveling from America, bringing all your vinyl.
I prefer I travel with a hard drive now.
Right.
I'm kind of went from there. I went from the vinyl to the CDs. I jumped the whole Serato and Tractor, and I just went to USB and hard. The whole computer thing didn't work for me.
Was it you didn't feel it, or what? It didn't feel right, or?
I mean, from seeing all my friends that do use it, I just feel that a lot of guys, and this is my personal opinion, that play computers are a little bit disengaged from the crowd.
As in, they just looking at the computer.
Yeah, I mean, a good friend of mine is Kenny Dope, who doesn't live that far from me. And we were at a club one night, and I'm looking at the DJ, and he must have been staring at his computer for like 10 minutes. And I looked at Kenny, I said, you know what? I said, everybody can leave and he wouldn't have known it. And I know friends that went to Serato and then came back to CDs or whatever it was, for the simple fact that you lose that connection, because a computer is usually, most of the time, it's not in front of you, it's off to the side, so you got to be doing this and then going back, so I like to constantly be looking at people, because you need to be aware of what's going on. I call it floor management.
Yeah. Saying that, I actually saw you in Sunset Beach at Barbarella's with
Danny and Louis.
Yeah. When you playing abroad and you're playing with those other guys, do they take you up to another level, or you think, well, I've done play with these guys, or do they bring you up, or you think you got put on the show, or?
Well, it's not about putting on a show. It's just about representing yourself in a good light. Because for me, you're not competing with the other guys. Your job is to make the people dance. You can't worry about what Danny did or what Louis may do.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing is that nowadays, because there's more than one DJ playing, like me, I'm very respectful of people like Louis playing behind me. I won't play Louis stuff.
Right.
Because I know how he plays.
Right.
So you don't want to blow up somebody's set. Same thing with like Dimitri or Joey Negro. I mean, I'm that way. I'm respectful. There's enough stuff to play, to let them have, their space. Because if you're gonna play all their shit, they're gonna kind of, so really, you're gonna do that to me, I mean, that happened to me once in Austria. Some guy in front of me was just playing bangers for like 2 hours, and I have this philosophy: there's always the next record.
Yeah.
I don't care how good the jam is you just played, there's a better one.
Yeah.
So that's my philosophy to play.
I was quite disappointed tonight. You didn't play my favourite, one of your mixes.
Which one?
Marvin Gaye. With the congas.
I Want You.
Yeah. to me, that's my personal remix that you've done. When I heard that, I thought,
see, the thing tonight is basically I just focused on the new compilation. I played, I think, one or two things from like 3 or something, but I just wanted to focus on the one that we're working with now.
did you get clearance for that track?
For the Marvin? Yeah. That was on, I think that was on Eminem Volume 3.
Right, because when I heard that, I was lying down in bed listening to a pirate station and I heard these congas going. I'm thinking, what's this? And about a minute into it, I go, oh, it's Marvin Gaye. And then when I heard, oh, it's John Morales, I went, you've got to be. Can you remember when you actually done that? What time of the day you actually done that? Because the feel of it was like you done it in the early hours of the morning.
No, that took me a while to get, because I originally just did that for myself because it's one of my favorite tracks. Right. So after I did it, Universal contacted me and asked if they could put it out. So they had a Marvin compilation called Then and Now, and it was just added as a bonus. And then I did a couple of other mixes and put on my own. But for me, my point was I sent it to Leon Ware to listen. And his wife called me and she said, I got to tell you, Leon heard the mix and he started crying.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, and I started crying because I realized that I did it justice.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine, Diane Dunkley, used to look after Leon Netware when he was over.
Right.
The first time I met Leon was in Camden, ironing these trousers. Now, I grew up with Leon Ware, and it's like, to actually meet somebody that I grew up with, and he went round, knocked on the door, went into the place he was staying because he was doing a gig over here, and he was ironing his trousers. I came out about an hour later, and I can't believe the first time I met him, he's just a regular guy.
We're all just regular guys.
And he's so funny.
Yeah, he is hilarious. Rest his soul.
So yes, I mean, Diane, was talking about what he used to do. I mean, the first time I actually met him and talked to him was over in he done Baltic Soul. Yeah. And from then I thought, this guy's absolutely hilarious.
Nah, he was hilarious and he was genuine.
Yeah. Who you would have liked to have worked with, but you didn't get a chance to, or do their stuff?
I mean, that's a hard one. I mean, one of my favorite artists, and I always say, was Sade, because I just love that smoothness of hers. I've worked with a lot of people, so it's real hard to pick somebody. I've done most of the people I wanted to work with.
Right, okay.
I've been fortunate, that I've done a really wide body of music, working with, whether it's Marvin or James Brown, the Temps, the Four Tops, and I mean, I just did Minnie Riperton's Perfect Angel album, which actually came out yesterday, same as mine.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm fortunate that I've been entrusted into all this magical music.
So, do you source the music? You got to source it, or the record company give it to you, or
the record company pretty much puts the project together. They contact me and they say, "Listen, this is what we want to do. We want you to, to mix these tracks," and they send it to me, and I put it together. In the case of like Minnie, I did it with the head of A&R there, which was Harry Weinger, and with Richard Rudolph.
Right, okay.
So, it was sending them to him, coming back, notes every day on the phone. It took a couple years to put together, because everybody's very particular about what they want to hear.
But a couple of years in the music business, it's not really that long, is it?
No, it's not.
No, because before you know it, bang, it's actually there.
See, I don't work for today, I work for tomorrow. So for me, it's just an evolution.
So what are you most happiest, studio or behind the decks?
I can be happy behind both. I mean, behind the decks, when you're at a good party and it's jumping off, there's no better feeling. And, we're mixing a track, when you get that satisfaction of hearing it and know you've done it justice,
But what was, you know what I mean? Because what I'm thinking about is like, you've done the mix, and you think, right, you finish the mix, and you're going to think, right, party's coming out in a couple of weeks, and you can't wait to play it, and you think, right, this is the right time to drop it, and you drop it, and the place is going, wow, you know what I mean? You know, you must have think.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing circles around. I played the Dan Hartman, even the David Ruffin. You know, depending on where you play, I used to do a lot of the soul funk things. With Fitzroy here.
Yeah.
You know, and things like Joy and Pain and Before I Let Go, those things work beautifully there, you know, barely breaking even. So, I mean, every place is different.
So is the American crowd different to the British crowd?
I don't play that much to the American crowd. So, I mean, I haven't played really to a satisfying American crowd in quite some time.
Why's that?
I just prefer it out here. You know, people out here enjoy the music. Yeah, they're more respectful. They know the music. You know, I mean, in the U.S., just finding a venue that will actually host this type of music is difficult. Yeah.
So when you came over the first time and they was hearing your music, everything you was playing, the crowd was actually singing along, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's satisfying to know that some people know your stuff.
Was that big, what's the name, wake up call for you when you came over? Saying that, who actually brought you over? How did you come over?
I came over, actually, Chris Hill.
Okay.
And his partner, Nigel Grange, brought me over to mix Phil Fearon and Galaxy.
Right, okay.
And then Pete Tong brought me over.
Okay.
I did the Julia and Co. And then I did 5 Star. I just did a lot of things, you know.
So that was a lot of pop stuff then.
Right.
For us, that was a lot of pop stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I even did London Town. I mean, I did a lot of different things during that period, you know. So I never got credit for it, but that was my mix, you know.
Okay.
Shack Attack. I mean, just a lot of different things.
So I'm going to pose a difficult question. If you was to put your top 10 mixes together, could you do it?
No. I've mixed over 1,000 mixes. It's very
top 20?
difficult. I mean, Marvin, I Want You would be up there. I mean, probably the David Ruffin. It's just hard. I'd have to give it some thought. I'd actually have to go through and look. I mean, Jocelyn and Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Class Action Weekend. There's just so many things. I mean, the Leroy stuff, you know. I mean, I love all the Leroy stuff that we did, you know, all the log stuff and Universal Robot Band and Conversion and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Saying that, there was, you put up on Facebook, I think it was early this year or last year, all the cassette tapes. You had a picture of all the cassette tapes and the reel-to-reels and stuff. How many hours of music do you reckon you've got?
I got a huge garage full. I have no idea what's in there.
Is it insured?
Not really. The house is insured, but I'll do something with it. I keep saying I got to do something. So when I retire, I'll sit there and go through it.
That's going to be a long way off there, isn't it?
Well, hopefully.
Mr. Morales, thank you very much, sir, for your time.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Always good seeing you, my brother.
You take care. Yeah.
Right, we're just rounding it up here. Chris and Joan are still in the Institute of Light listening to John Morales. I'm DJ Soul Provider, and this is
Jay Carter from Four to the Floor. And yeah, we've had a banging day. It's just been so buzzing in there all day.
Yeah, so we've just been tuning in to John Morales and his Eminem session compilation album on BBE, and we're just basically going to roll out of here and continue having a fantastic
God,
continue having a fantastic night.
Get the album, it's great.
Yeah, definitely.